And I publicly announced my huge major goal, which is get to £1 million by clowning around. Now, what do I mean by clowning around? Well, for the last 15 years, I, in South Africa, worked with billion dollar companies, global companies, with big top celebrities, top comedians, to help them access their genius, access their inner clown, access their inner comedic, funny brilliance, to help them go to the next level with their $1 million brands. And I, who have now immigrated to London and need to kind of start again, and build my empire up from the ground, am doing it again. I'm implementing my frameworks that I've implemented and worked with these big, huge global conglomerates and these big comedians and big celebrities, and I am using it to start again. To start my business again. This time through the lens of an entrepreneur, through the lens of a professional comedian, somebody, an expert coach, somebody who's been doing this for 15 years. How do I take what I have implemented in these big companies, implemented in my own company, and hopefully help and inspire you guys to implement it in your companies? Let's do this together. So if you guys are watching this live right now, I want you guys to make a commitment. It may not be a goal to make $1 million in a year in your business. You set up what that goal is, but I'm going to be sharing the entire process with you. How I'm going to implement my frameworks that I've used for these big companies, how I'm going to implement them into my company, and how I'm going to help implement into your company to take your business to the next level and for you guys to achieve your business goals. So this is a public service announcement to say, I got you. I got your back. I'm in this with you. We are doing this together. I'm starting from scratch, starting from the beginning. It's going to be raw. It's going to be janky. It's going to be unfiltered. I want you guys to see the good, the bad, the ugly. But I also want us to have loads of fun. Over the years, I have seen what can happen with a business, with individuals, with entrepreneurs, with entertainers, with coaches who are willing to show up fully as themselves, who are willing to find their comedic genius. And what that does in terms of creating adoring fans who love you and keep coming back for more. I know that this is a secret sauce, and I know that this is something that has worked for my clients and for my clientele. So I had an aha. I had this huge aha. I've been here for 2 years, but I had this big aha where I was really trying to find my place in the world in London, while living in London, trying to find my place in the world, trying to, settle and look after my toddler, and I was applying for jobs. I was going out to stand-up comedy every single night, I was going out to stand-up comedy every single night, and I was putting on my shows, every week in London. And I had this big aha where I was like, wait, let me just pull everything back. if I am interested in making it work for my family, making it work in London, making it work in terms of going global, what really worked for me in terms of business and entrepreneurship back in South Africa, and that was working with clients, whether clients and corporates, whether it was going in to do the training and the coaching or going in to perform as a comedian, right? Now, yes, there's money in performance, in the communication side, in being able to entertain, but the big money comes when you are able to take your genius and share that genius with others. So I had this big aha, and I was like, this is what I'm going to do in London. This is how I am going to go global. I'm going to do what worked for me and my clients back in South Africa, and I'm going to implement it here. And I know what you guys are thinking. You guys are probably thinking, Claudine, that sounds obvious. Why wouldn't you have done that in the first place? And I'm not too sure if it was lack of confidence being in a new place, really feeling like I had to start again, being in a small fish in a big pond, which I wasn't used to. I believe in divine timing, and it obviously wasn't the right time because the inspiration to start again and to implement my frameworks hadn't come to me. So this is the right time. This is the right time for me to be acting on my dreams and my passions, sharing my dreams and passions with the masses. So taking the work that I did with corporates, the training that I did, and implementing the frameworks into my business, growing my business, sharing that with you guys, and hopefully igniting a passion in my following and in my network and in my tribe and community to say, if I can do it, if I can start again in a new country and build a tribe, build a network, do it on the other side of the world, anybody can do it. Also, I shared these frameworks with big billion-dollar companies, and I've helped these big billion-dollar companies get more billions, but I haven't been ready to help me get more billions. And that is the focus now. So I'm going to be sharing it all with you. I really urge those people who are not doing what you are passionate about to just ruminate, think about, imagine what it could be like if you could show up every single day from your creative genius, your comedic genius. You could show up fully as the genius that you are and create the business, the life, the customers of your dreams. Now, I'm in the process of achieving that dream this side of the world. Full disclosure, I haven't made £1 million yet. I'm just starting from scratch. I'm scratching the surface, which is why I want to take you on this journey with me. So if you are starting again, or you want to start your side hustle and pursue your passions and wake up every morning and do what you are meant to do on this planet, I invite you to join me, to join the tribe, for us to work toward that business goal, whatever that business goal is for you, whether it is leaving your 9-to-5 eventually, starting your own thing, I don't care what line of work you are in. If you are waking up every day, working for a boss, doing something that you are average at, you are not living life to the fullest. Life is so bloody short, and I am making a commitment live publicly here to say that I am going all in. I am pursuing my dreams, my passions with unwavering, unshakable faith, knowing that nobody on this planet can do what I do the way I do it. I have the social proof from doing this in South Africa. So I am starting from a point where I have had some success, but even if you have not had any success in pursuing your passions, I want you to start by taking massive action, making a decision to move, to get things in motion. And it's going to be hard. Something that I really struggle with is social media and having to go live every single day, and the production, and having to worry about 5 different live streams and the artwork and the thumbnails and the hashtags. That's not in my wheelhouse, but I realize that it's important. And I realize that if I can be open and vulnerable and take people along with me on this journey, I have the potential to impact the lives of others. And the fact that I have knowledge and my expertise is in being able to help people discover their superpower, their comedic genius, and what their expertise is. I have a moral obligation as a human on this planet to share this with you guys. So my commitment is to share my journey with you. Not even if, I'm going to challenge you to take control of your careers, take control of getting to do what you are passionate about, of being the human you were born to be, and join me on this journey. You can start by liking, subscribing, following, commenting. All of this will let me know that somebody out there is listening and somebody out there is benefiting. Chelsea, thank you. That's one beautiful comment. But it really does. The comments, the likes, the subscribes mean everything, because as you know, if you are starting again and you are starting a channel, I'm going to be doing this. I'm going to be keep showing up as me, even though it feels like nobody in the world is listening and nobody in the world gives a damn. I'm going to be sharing this process for my own mental health, but also it holds me accountable. And I'm going to be sharing this to please God, impact the lives of whoever needs to hear this. So I love that there are people in the comments who are saying that they have joined and that they give a damn and they are with me and they are going all in and they are going pro and they are just doing whatever they can to join me on this journey to become the inspiration for other people. Because even though it is deafening how loud it sounds when nobody is showing up to this live, and it's just me and a few comments on Instagram and TikTok and other social media networks, I know that even if one life is impacted, If one person along this journey can go from saying, I'm not a funny person, I'm not a creative genius, but I have implemented Claudine's frameworks, and from implementing the frameworks, I've realized that my version of funny, my version of creative genius has allowed me to show up fully as who I am. Bada bing, bada bong, we are in business, people. Okay, so I want you, if you have not liked the channel, if you have not hit subscribed, if you have not messaged, if you have not given me some form of indication to let me know that you are in. Let me know you're in. Let me know that you are committed to going pro, that you're committed to doing what it takes to show up fully as yourself. You can join me on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube, on LinkedIn, wherever. All I want you to do is become part of the community. Now, if you are wanting to fast track the process, I do have a guide which I am selling, which is part of the process of getting to 1 million. So I am going to be sharing loads of information and resources for free. But also, I'm going to be sharing with you the business side of things as well. And part of the business is to help you start your business. So if you guys want to start building a brand, if you are the front person of your brand, and start building a brand where you are able to shine as the authentic lead character of that brand, and you want to do that through comedy, I want you to purchase this guide. Now, the reason why comedy is so effective is your audience are 72%. Listen up, 72% people, 72, that's a lot of percent more likely to purchase from you if your ads, your content, your brand is humorous. Okay? Something that changed the game for me, totally changed the game for me, was I discovered Myron Golden. Now, for those of you who don't know who Myron Golden is, please look this genius up. He is a coach and entrepreneur, and he speaks about the 4 levels of value. Now, this changed the game for me because I realized that I'm operating in the top 2 levels, but let's talk about the 4 levels of value. So, level number 1, he speaks about the lowest level, which is implementation. These are the implementers. These are the doers. These are the technicians, the nail technicians, the people you go to get your hair done, the cleaners, the workers, anybody who does the work, the doers, right? Now, the lie that the doers on this rung have bought into is I need to work harder in order to earn more money. Okay? The next level up is unification, the unifiers, the managers. These are people who manage the implementers. Okay? There is a cap on that earning capacity as well, and you can only go so far as a manager. And the lie that the managers have bought into is I need to be more educated in order to make more money. The rung above that is the communicators. Now, I'm talking about people like you and I, who are on Instagram, who are going live, who are able to talk about their business, who are public speakers, who are comedians, who are entertainers, anybody who uses their voice to make the big money, this is where our earning potential starts to skyrocket, and we can make anywhere up to about $10 million, pounds, rupees, I don't care what you're earning, but about 10 million, okay? Which is bada bing, bada bong, huge, huge money, okay? The final rung on the 4 levels of value is imagination. Now, what clicked for me is when I heard Myron Golden say, stop working harder, start working higher. Start working higher. And I realized that in my business, I am the front-facing lead character of my business. I have the superpower of being able to use comedy, to use my voice to make money. I need to be earning communication level type money. And then I was like, the way I am going to earn communication level type money from using my voice and spreading my voice out into the world is by implementing the imagination level. Now, when you are at the top, which is the imagination level, this is like, I made, that is so cool. I made the hearts. Okay, when you are at the top, at the imagination level, okay, you are able to package what you do, use your imagination, and package what you do differently to start making big money. This is like the unicorns of the world. This is like the Elon Musks, the Jeff Bezos, the Mark Zuckerbergs, okay? These are people who are able to use their imagination and their voice, the top 2 levels, to impact the world. To impact the world. Like Elon Musk is trying to get us to Mars, people. What are you doing with your day? Okay? So I want you to look at these 4 levels of value because it was such a big aha for me to realize I need to stop working harder and start working higher. I am sitting in the communication and imagination rungs, steps of this ladder. And my superpower actually is to get people who are implementers and who are unifiers on the unification level, to get these people to work higher, to work at the communication level, to work at the imagination level. So if you are just tuning in, I see there are new people hopping onto this live. I want you to make a commitment today. I don't care how old you are. I don't care what stage you are of your life journey. It is never too late to live with your purpose, to live with your passion. Okay. And I want you to make a commitment to go pro, to go all in, to join me on this journey as I become a millionaire and beyond using these comedy frameworks to unlock my genius. And I share with you how to do the same by pursuing your passions. If you don't already like, share, subscribe, comment, make sure that you do, because I'm going to be sharing this whole journey. It is going to be raw. It's going to be ugly. It is going to be beautiful. It's going to be hilarious. I'm sharing everything. Okay, so I want to leave you knowing that I have worked with enough people over the last 15 years to know that you can be any age, at any stage of business, to be able to focus on your passion and live the life of your dreams. Now, as I said, I've done this sort of training, I've done this coaching for big comedians and an Emmy award-winning writer, and I've performance directed for Netflix and for Showmax. And I don't say this to impress you, but I say this to impress upon you what is possible when you decide to go all in. Because I will tell you, the one thing that is holding all of these people back is fear. And the biggest thing holding these people back is not just fear, it is imposter syndrome. It is the feeling of saying or the feeling of having, I am not worthy, I am not good enough, I am not the authority in my field. Well, let me tell you something. Together, we are going to show up fully, learn how to show up fully as who we are. We're going to learn how to use our voice to impact the lives of others. We're going to learn how to access our comedic genius and create thriving businesses with adoring fans who keep coming back to more. So if this resonated on any level, you guys know what to do. Join the tribe, decide to go pro, buy the guide, and start today. Let me know how it goes. Start implementing the Comedy Cashflow Formula. I'll leave a link in the description. Angel Doves, I will see you tomorrow. Remember to stay hilarious. Love you all.